both ways presentation for today. We hope you've been out in the exhibit hall and seen our net knitter and decoy carvers and our model boat maker and enjoy them, because in October you'll have the opportunity to come back and see a wider sampling of the trades and pastimes that have happened in eastern North Carolina over the hundreds of years. And that will be October 14th and 15th. So when you're making your vacation plans, be sure and hold that weekend open so you can come and see more of the kinds of things we're experiencing today. We have more speakers and more demonstrators, and we think you'll like, if you like this today, you'll really like traditional trades and pastimes. We have centered this event around the North Carolina Folklore Society meeting that is occurring from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock here in the auditorium, and the meeting is open to the public. So if you would like to attend, be here at 2 o'clock. We're going to have presentations of the Brown Hudson Folklore Award, which 3 of our Eastern North Carolina folks will be receiving that award today, which included Richard Henry, who you just saw sing the blues for us. And you won't want to miss it, and you might, after you see the kinds of things that these people are involved in preserving our heritage, might want to join that organization. So it'd be worth your while to stay this afternoon. I'd like to introduce to you at this time Mr. Garland Fulcher, who has been my right hand in doing a lot of these programs. He's an excellent speaker. He's a good singer. We can't get him to sing all that much, but he is going to join the Shantymen, which are the next set after he speaks. But not only is he a very intelligent and articulate man, but he has the soul of a poet. So when he describes how things used to be, he really makes it come alive for you. And I hope I'm not embarrassing you. But he's going to tell us today how to salt mullet the way they used to in the good old days before refrigeration. Garland, welcome.
Thank you very much. 1920s. We had a mullet blow. Breezed up in September. They're blowing. The mullets are blowing. They're schooling up. Come along. I'm going to tell you how to salt mullet and tell you why we were able to preserve fish before we had freezers. No freezers now. How are we going to save these fish? Salt is a preservator. Can you split? Not your throat, the fish. The score. All right, this is how it's done. Step one, the fish house, they're packed with mullet. And the men come in with their whetting stones and a knife. Sit down in a wood box. They're splitting, scoring. Throw them in a basket. Now you're gutting. Step number two. Throw them in a large container. They're washing the mullet. Washing. Now they're going to a table, the big salt table. And they're salting. Yes, they're salting that mullet because it's the only thing they have in the fish line to eat that winter. There he is. There's a gash on the backbone on both sides. All right, let's salt some mullets now, fellas. Pack that salt. Pack it in there close to that backbone. Why? because there's blood in that backbone, and nothing will destroy a fish that you're salting more than that blood, because blood is contaminating, and you might lose all your fish, old top. So pay attention and do it right the first time. Well, you got them packed down pretty good. Now the salt, okay, pack it in good, don't be afraid. Look about right now, I think it is, you. See that? There it is. It's salted now. Next step. While the men are salting, on the end of this table here, there's a barrel about something like this. See that barrel like there, huh? And there are about two guys there laying in the barrel. Laying in the barrel. And they keep laying in the barrel. Laying the fish in the barrel. That's salt fish laying in the barrel. Oh, let's see now, about 2 or 2.5 weeks have passed. And you check it out. You put a plug on the bottom of the barrel, and what a mess coming out of there. So yes, that blood and the salt is coming out. That salt has done a job there, you know. Because along that backbone, that salt has pulled that blood right out of that backbone. All right. Step, very important after this. You've got to make some pickle. I didn't say pickles, pickle. Well, all right. I'm making pickle now. Mix it good. This is very important. Mix the pickle. Salt and water, that's what it is. This is not just ordinary salt that you use at a table. This is pickling salt, a special kind of salt. Yes, for pickling. You string them up, all right. Test them out. Yeah, all right. Let's see now. This fish is supposed to float if the pickle is right. If it does not float, add more salt. Let's see if I'm doing a job right here now. Come up. There you go, she floats. There you are. Really, it's floating. Don't have a camera, you see, I couldn't show it to you from where you're sitting, you know. But this fish is really floating. Oh, yes. There you are. Well, okay. Now we're going back to the good old days. That's why we use that expression, good old days. Remember now, there are no freezers. We've got plenty of fish. And the fish are not only for our family. We have salt enough fish for the elderly, the crippled, and the widows. You see, her husband got drowned on the boat, you know, and she's left with some small children. So she has to have something to eat. Oh, shucks. Her name is written on that barrel, along with those who are crippled, along with those who are in need. You see, we don't have food stamps now. Are you with me in the 20s? No Social Security, no welfare. But we have something that we don't have in the modern days. We care for each other. We look out for each other. We all poor together, but we recognize a need. Take care of the widows and the little ones, and don't forget the cripples. So that large barrel of salt fish there helps out our neighbors. Remember what it says, you know, we talk about remembering the thought about a good neighbor, and you should love your neighbors yourself. Don't just fix a fish for yourself. Remember the little ones, the widows, and those who are crippled. Yes, those were good old days, because there was so much care for each other. You could leave your door open at night, no difficulty, no problem, because we cared and trusted each other. Are you still with me? Good. Good old days, where we had the salt fish, where we had to look out for each other. The good old days when you could shoot marbles, jump rope, play hopscotch. Ah, well. No TV there, bud. No. But there was something we had in the good old days. Not only did we salt the fish, but we prepared ourselves for the bad weather. Whether it was killing a hog, all right. Again, no freezers. Salt again, boys. Salt the hog down. Or if you had a barn and you think you want to smoke, we will smoke it. But you're going to have to preserve it without that freezer. Good old days. My time. I love it because it was good old days. Are you still with me? All right. Now the fish is still floating out good. Well, all right. How are you going to keep that fish down the bottom of the barrel? It's floating down. All right, all right. I have the answer for you. We'll take a heavy stone, put it inside the barrel, and the fish will go down. You worried about flies? Bothering your fish? No, because flies don't like salt. Therefore, the problem of contamination, no way. But blood, you see, close to that backbone, you have to put heavy salt. And therefore, I guarantee you, from one mullet blow to the next mullet blow, you had fish and some to spare. Let's take a second now to show you exactly why we call this particular fish such a prize within itself. We'll wipe it off a little bit here. Voila! There it is. This is a mullet. All right, I agree. Okay. This is truly the chicken of the sea. Oh, yes. I guarantee. He has roe, that's the eggs. He has liver, and he has a gizzard. Aha! Isn't that wonderful? He has no feathers, he has scales. You see? Yet I'd say the only fish I can think of that reminds me of a chicken is a mullet because he has a gizzard. Well, what about liver and gizzard, Garland Fulcher? Well, if you directed me for the most of the night, and my job was gutting because I was too small to cut, because you lose a hand, you know. But we are saving the liver and the gizzards. Separate them, you know, separate those two, because tomorrow I'm going to come down Front Street. I'm going to have in this jar liver and gizzard. Liver, gizzard, 25 cents for the gizzard, and 20 cents for the liver. Well, I said, "What's the price?" So I already got the price. Do you know I made 10 cents an hour working all night long? But my little side hustle is selling my liver and gizzard. Okay. Have you ever really had the opportunity to eat liver and gizzard and a mullet? Shake your head this way, I don't mind. But I'll go this way. Yes, yes. But you see, the preparation here of that liver and gizzard is you cannot succeedingly cook both at the same time. Contrast. No more would you cook a gizzard of a... Or would you cook a gizzard of a chicken or a turkey with the liver? No. But you cook the gizzard first. It takes a little longer, you see. Then when you get through, let's put the fork in. It's don't put the fork in now. See, put the fork in. Then you put the livers in. And I'll tell you a truth. On a cold winter day, along with some fixings such as some good old cornbread or some good old biscuits. And corn muffins. Well, of course, we're not going to use corn muffins. Don't be prejudiced, do the whole thing. But you know, and now you're trotting off to school. And that is your lunch. Or you're going to say, "Hey, Dad, hey, Mom, I can't go to school that day. Where's the car? In fact, where's the car? It's raining out there." You had your car. You had 2 feet. That was your car. You see, we're going back again to the good old days. Think about it this way, though. Have you ever just went back in your mind and think about your great, is it enough greats? Or one more to add to it, great-great-granddad and grandmom, how they survived. Walk all the way out there someplace, and I'm drawing water from the well now. You know? See that big pot there boiling outside? See it? We are boiling clothes, and they're clean clothes. But what about putting them in the dryer? See what? You're putting me on. Almighty God, provide a dryer. Okay, that's your dryer. It comes up every morning. That's your dryer. That wind, okay, smell good now, you know, because they're right outside. But come on, God, that's such hard work. We have to go back in the good old days and work like that, yes. We're to start someplace, do we not? Let's go back to the good old days, not just for softening the mullet, but also for the caring of each other. Let's put our heart into it, fellows. If you're a little tired of this conversation, I'm getting tired too. But going back and thinking of name like a name, they're sleeping now. Coming home. Yes, a name. Old man Guyton. Yeah. Now, God, Davis sitting there too. Look at me, mouth poked out. Hello, Mr. Davis. All right. Uh-huh. He knows what I'm talking about. Because, you see, these old men, yes, be old. If you're ugly, it's built in me, what's your excuse? All right. But they did provide for Etano Beaufort. The most of those fish that we salted last night and packed and were pickled in 50-pound kegs, 50-pound wooden kegs, not this, wooden kegs that were shipped. Hey, That truck is back up there, you know. We're loading him up. Because those people up north, they're right, north, it doesn't matter anyway. I'll sit one of these days. They need these mullets, you know what I'm about now? So we ship them there. The home folks, they have enjoyed a good meal. The little ones, or usually young ones, it doesn't matter. They're not, shall we say, poor. They're fed well. But how are you going to handle this salt mullet now? Out of the barrel in the pan? Nope. Won't work. Too much salt there, you see. So somebody's going to say like this, hey, Garland, yeah, Dad, don't forget to take the fish out and soak them out. All right, Pop. Out of the barrel into fresh water, and they're soaking the salt out of the fish. Change the water, though. How are you going to prepare this mullet? Well, now you see, you took salt and water to make the pickle. Reverse it now. Use water to enjoy the salt. Water will withdraw the salt. How you like yours, fried? Well, all right. Take it like it comes. It doesn't matter with me. Hey, heck, huh? You want a little cornmeal? All right. I'll smell the money. Do you smell yours? They're cooking now. Yes. You say, but wouldn't you get tired, Garland, of eating mullet? You had mullet yesterday. Yep. You had mullet yesterday. Yep. Well, how do you change menu? Yesterday we had fried mullet. Today we've got broiled mullet. Aha. Okay. You made a little frost, so you got what? So-called charcoal mullet. You see? So I have 3 different meals that week. And I can always take a liver and gizzard and back it up. All right? Of course. But on a serious side, a very serious side, the good old days, and both were the pioneers that had to make it on their own. But their families were not rich, but they were healthy. Healthy. Because we didn't have that plague we call cholesterol. Oh boy. And I looked at my very carefully, you know. I couldn't find a real dictionary in no place. Cholesterol, I was going up. Ooh, high blood pressure, yeah, too much sodium. Oh, yeah? And I know my Aunt Anna, she died on Harker's Island, 115. Boy, that salt will get you in it, huh? No. You see, actually, salt is not that bad if you use it properly. The misuse of it. You took a fish out of your freezer. I'll take a fish out of my pork barrel. You will throw your fish up that's been kept in the freezer. I'll soak my saltfish out, and I'll guarantee mine will smell like fish than yours, because when you freeze a fish, it loses some of its natural taste. Salt preserves, and that's truth. Right, Mr. Guyton? Yeah, Garland. Because it was the way we did it in the good old days. Well, the sun's up now. The fish have been packed. Let's go home now. And let's wait till next year for another great mullet blow. Let's go home.
a 10-minute break, and we'll have the Manhattan Shanty Singers, which you don't want to miss, because this LA cap is very rare. Thank you. Good job. What I tell you? Let's get you one correct.